we go. Just I'm not even fucking playing in this match, and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited.
Be interesting to see who comes on top. What's your pick for the game?
Well, not to be biased or anything. For those of you who don't know, my name is Snowdragon. I'm a member of 228's Wild Ones, who are actually playing in this match against JGX. So the question does make me think, because you know my unit commander might hear this and I might get fired, shot, executed. Honestly, I think it'll be a really close match. Last time when we fought JGX, 228 fought JGX, it was a really pitched battle. All the battles could have gone either way. So honestly, I'm not sure who to expect. I am a bit biased, so I will say I think 228 will come out on top this one. But it will be a very close fight.
I'm depending on the team that JGX bring. I'm tipping them 4-1.
Yep, fair enough. I think I'm going to say it's going to be 3-2 to 228.
It'll be interesting, the Conquest.
There's a couple of really nice. Both teams have got their advantages set up here. JGX loves to play at their range game. They love to play their quote unquote aggressive mid range, where they just hold the W key forward and they just march around in a circle, lasering off components. I'll just bring up the drop sheet here and we'll see what games we're playing, what maps we're playing this week. Alright, so drop 1 is Canyon Network, 4 lights, 4 mediums, no strikes, skirmish. Drop 2 is Bog, Viridian Bog, skirmish, no strikes, 2 lights, 4 meds, 2 heavies. Drop 3 is the Tourmaline Victor deck. You have to take a Victor, 3 mediums, 4 heavies, plus that Assault Mech. Drop 4 Frozen
Victor.
Knight. Yeah, that's gonna be. I think last year it was before I was 228. Last year it was a Zeus.
100% better than a Victor, I reckon. horrible 2 weeks basicing the Victors.
Oh. And Frozen City Knight drop 4 is 2 max across the board, Conquest, and that's when strikes are enabled. And then drop 5 Caustic, Conquest, strikes are okay, 2 lights, no mediums, 2 heavies, and 4 assaults. So that's the heavy deck.
Yeah, I reckon JGX will smash you guys on the heavier drops.
I fear you might be right, but I have to hold out hope.
Yeah.
He's asking the hard questions already. I don't know if I'll make it through the night. For those of you wondering why I'm not actually playing, it is because I have bad muscle damage in my right arm, which happens to be the arm I shoot with. It couldn't have been my left arm. I can drive without one. I can drive a mech with only one hand and occasional button press.
You can't be that lonely, can you?
No, I did it at gym, which just goes to show that exercise, man, it'll just fuck you up. Don't do it. Not worth it.
I've just got my invite to join the lobby.
Alright, excellent. I'm just sitting and waiting on mine. Fun fact for today, the Oceanic servers are down, as far as we can tell. We haven't been able to drop to them pretty much since I logged in.
I actually prefer to drop on the American servers anyway. They seem to be more stable.
Yeah,
and the ping's normally better for Aussies to go to the American, depending on where you live and what ISP you're in.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, of recent, we've had a lot of problems with Telstra's undersea cable. You get a fuckload of bad ping. Alright, we're now in the lobby. I'm just waiting to be dragged to our respective... And Saul's in charge, of course, and he's getting a beer.
You have to draw out the game until Sol gets too drunk to play.
Tactic number 1, what is it, 10 minutes between each drop?
Yeah. I wouldn't do that to JGX, they get very angry about that. which is fair enough.
Especially if our tactic is wait till Saul gets really drunk.
Well, JGX seemed to have a different team than normal.
Yeah, that's not the makeup I was expecting. I expected Saul, but everyone else is Mick Warrior. Now they've changed the rules for the first drop. You can't bring CSSRMs, can you?
Nah.
Yeah, no
Oh,
clan
streaks.
streaks.
Is it streak? Yeah,
No, clan streaks.
15 minutes, yeah?
I'll check right
match
now.
time?
I think it's 15. It's not like fucking Battle for Midway. Just checking the rules now.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
Alright, sweet. You're quicker than I am.
So do you reckon the tactic here will just be a push until the brawling happens?
I think
What
JGX
do you
knows where 228 strength is, and that is pretty much W key and fling SRMs till the enemy's dead.
think?
It's simple. It's it doesn't require a lot of formation training.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. You guys
and
do it good. You guys can call targets pretty well and focus down targets really well.
yeah, the coordination is always something that a lot of units work on, especially for us, especially when you get into a brawl and it's a complete furball and the Doritos aren't much help because there's friendlies starting behind enemies and you don't know who to shoot.
I'm just hoping this is all gone live. Yeah, with a 5-minute delay, you can never check.
Oh, I mean, you can pop it open yourself and mute it, so you don't hear
Yeah,
yourself, just to check it.
I've done that. Oh, there you go. It's coming up now.
Yeah, I see my timer's had about 7 minutes on it, because it's got 5 minutes to record plus the delay of you uploading it.
Yeah, of coming from Darwin back out of nowhere. So.
Oh, yeah, that'll do the trick.
On the bright side, we've got NBN, so that's a good thing.
That's a bonus. I suspect JGX's plan here will be to stay up high and control the range bands. I'm expecting a variety of laser vomit builds / gauze to try and stand 228 at range and keep them outside of effective range.
I don't think they'll be at range. I think they'll be mid-range, like not range. But who would have guessed JGX bringing lasers and gauze, eh?
Yeah, I wouldn't have bet against it, that's for sure. This is the light drop, though. I thought this was heavier for a minute. I'm an idiot.
No, yeah. 4 lights, 4 mediums.
Yeah, so I would expect we're going to see 4 oxides between the two teams. Alright, and here we go. Match 1, JGX versus 228 The Wild Ones, Oceanic Division 1 for MRBC.
Oh, damn. Gone blank with the buttons you push.
Say again?
I've gone blank on the buttons. What was it again?
Q to highlight them blue or red based on their team. Spacebar to get the hex. The button underneath backspace to get the scoreboard, the kill board, and the timer. Tab when the drops actually started to get the scoreboard and the health bar, kill assists. And B to get the minimap up. And then you can hit, this is a new one actually, I learned this one. You can hit P to unlock the cursor, and then left click on a mech to bring up the paper doll. Left click, hit enter, brings up the paper doll for that mech. And backspace to bring up the icons.
Having a quick look at the mechs now.
Yep, alright, so red team
JGX
is
extremely short range.
Alright, and red team is 228, blue team JGX, and it looks like 228 went exactly the same. They have brought a variety of splat builds, griffins, stormcrows, para-oxides like we expected. And we've got engagement over Theta already. General IC and Firestarter just copying a little bit of fire. There's the UAV from Towie to match the UAV from JGX. Oh. Jay-Z's standing off a bit. What's that Wolfhound? I think that's the med laser build. He's trying to get some range, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just standing at the minute. Mindworm's just trying to get a flank shot. He might
Yeah,
get cut off by Juju here.
I think they're trying to work out who's what, what builds are what, before they make a decision.
Yep. Jay-Z's moved in to try and help Limelight out, but he got hurt bad in that trade. That was free damage.
The Stormchrome for JGX is half down.
Yeah, he's real hurt too. So even trade so far across the teams, mediums and lights. Everyone's just breathing now to shoot down the UFVs. 228's not done that though. I'm fairly sure they left most of the UAVs up from JGX, except for that one there. There we go. 2 more went up. So the early trade's now in 228's favour. Pasha's at 74, Dargor's at 59.
Yeah, the problem with such short range build, they're not doing much damage when they're jumping and poking.
Yeah.
Like the JGX are moving in now.
Yep, because I've realised 228's sitting in that kill box. So now it's all about who can focus fire better. Who's got the better fire line. Steiner goes down. That's the first kill.
Yeah, the JGX are pushing in one by picking him off at the group.
Yep.
228.
John's in trouble. He's down.
Yeah.
They got Pasha for it, but they could be in trouble unless they get control. Blind sport it.
Yeah, no.
Definitely more blues than reds now.
Yeah, blue team's got this. Their focus fire.
That's just a formality now. Hey Priest cooked it, and that bought him an early death.
Last guy alive, always fun.
Towie's bought it. That leaves Jay alive to try and farm some damage. He might get ill. I think ill's legged. He is. If he can get away, he might rack up a kill, but that is the end of this fight.
Yeah. JGX won that easily in the push, and
that was quite a handy 228. Not being able to take Theta really left them in that vulnerable position in the hill.
Yeah, it was interesting. You normally expect more aggressive from 228, but maybe first match trying to work out each other.
Yeah, it's I always thought that they'd push for Theta, because we've always known that sitting back in that ramp area is not what you'd call an ideal position, and the damages do reveal the story. John and Stoney really cut down cheaply, I should say.
And Juju just raping everyone.
Just cut a swath through them in that oxide. Those things are nasty. Open playing mine. What's the fanatically? That's it. And if they're really allowed to go unmolested, they can really put some hurt on.
Yeah, I find that they work a lot better when you're actually pushing and attacking. If you're in a defensive position getting pushed into, it can be a lot harder to get damage out.
It is quite difficult to play as a defensive mech, because they are a bit slow, only 124 Ks with the top engine in, and very ammunition limited. It's quite difficult to use them in light v light combat unless you're really good with SRMs.
Yeah.
Alright, so first drop goes to JGX quite handedly. I believe that was a 3-8. 8-3. If I'm not wrong.
Yes, I'll go. I'm not too sure myself.
That's okay. I know Jay-Z's recording. I think he might be doing local stream as well.
Okay, yep.
Just so we can rack in dem C-bills.
Yeah.
The next map is Bog, if I remember correctly.
Be interesting this map. I really do not like this map myself, but
it's
interesting to see where they set up.
I started hating it. Absolutely started hating it. But for some reason I've grown up to actually not mind it all that much. Oh, give me the fucking drop rules.
Cool. Apparently one of us are echoing. Not too sure which one.
It may be me. I don't know. Ask him if it's snow. It could be me, or I have no idea because I'm using headsets.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the next one's 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, no strikes allowed, 1 duplicate. Skirmish again.
And it is Bog, yes, I'm right. I'm just reading the map upside down and I'm like, Frozen City Night? That doesn't sound right.
Every time someone changes mech in this chat, it resets the chat window.
Yeah, it's buggy as hell. I hear we're getting a new spectator cam. PGI said in prep for the World Championships, they're going to give us a proper spectator camera
Oh,
with
okay.
proper controls and shit, because this is apparently ad hoc crash shit. It's apparently you.
Yeah, I've only got one audio stream added, so.
I don't know. It could be microphone setting or something. Who knows? They say it's not that bad. Alright, so drop to Viridian Bog. Map really that's dominated by whoever gets those D4 Charlie 4 hills. They can just fire down on their opponents pretty much without fear of return fire. Anyone dropping down into the water is usually cut off, cut to ribbons. It's always the maps always play out quite interestingly in Bog. Oh, hang on, I hope they don't launch early. They've just dropped the lobby commander. They're about to drop on the wrong map.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying when you drop in wrong map. Oh, fuck. I reckon mid-range on this map, no more small pulses, I don't reckon. Small and larges will probably be what's going to happen.
Yeah, it could be a good question. 228 loves their brawl. They could very well bring very heavy brawl deck here. I would imagine we're still going to see 2 Oxides a team, just because they're quite useful. As for the rest of them, yeah, you could be right. I expect JGX will have done away with brawl. They will be quite happy to play range on this map.
Yeah, there's actually some nice spots for range on this one where you can catch the brawl team out in the open.
Yeah, very, very good. Very easy to get caught in the open with no support, getting 5 or 6 mechs lighting your ass up, and this kills the mech, as Jay would say. Alright, so
I'm tipping this the one that 228 is going to win. It will be this one.
Yep.
Just if they're a fast brawl pack and get into cover quickly.
Yeah. If they can control the rules of the game, that's really key for 228. They have to control the pace and the range and the area of engagement. By letting JGX take the initiative in the last match is where they got crushed.
Yeah, pretty much.
If they can say to JGX, this is how you're going to fight, then 228 stands a really good chance of pulling this off. That feeling,
Two Genos, two Stormcrows.
That feeling when you accidentally alt enter. Alright, so 228's run the General IIC and the Oxide. That IIC is not missile fit, he's lasers. And 2 Stormcrows. Those Stormcrows look laser fit, they both are. I see 10 lasers. 10 to 11 lasers of an unknown type on those Stormcrows.
Yep.
12 small pulse lasers, Jesus.
Yeah, JGX is very, very short range.
Alright, so JGX has surprised us yet again. And both teams decided to bring... What did JGX bring as their double up? They didn't. Oh, they brought 2 Timbers. That's why.
2 Timberwolves.
And 228 brought 2 Stormcrows and opted to bring... So 228 takes the D4 hill. This is the map where I use my fucking mini-map. And JGX seems quite happy to sit at the back.
It was interesting, I'm pretty sure they were short-ranged.
I see clan SRMs on Sneaky. SRMs on the Griffin. 3M with ECM. SRMs on the Timber.
Yeah, a lot of them have short, small lasers too.
Yeah, that's I guess JGX expected 228 to push right into them, and they decided, well, we'll just plant a flag. Oh, here we go. Pasha's got Gorse. Double Gorse on the Timber. Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
probably no leg armor.
Why would you run a Jag for that?
Jump jets and
Yeah, good point.
more armor and stuff like that. I'm guessing he's the bait.
He's just there to piss them off.
Yeah.
So both teams happy to sit for now. Now, winners take all draws in this. It's worth noting, if there is a draw, if there are any draws, the winner of the series of drops as a whole for the night takes all draws. So at the minute, JGX does have the advantage being 1-0 up. They are more likely to win this series of 5 drops. So 228's realised what's...
Sitting here watching... Sorry about that.
No, go on.
Sitting here for 10 minutes watching this is going to be very fun.
Yeah, well...
I don't think JGX will allow that. They're more about the game and having fun.
I can imagine they will be too eager to push with only 7 brawlers.
Yeah.
And they may not know, they probably don't know where 228 is at the moment. They've got no visual, they've got no recon. Even though 228 hasn't moved, JGX does not know that. They could be anywhere. And you can see Towie started to move behind the hill using cover. He's probably trying to get an idea of where JGX is. It's just him at the minute. This is not how I expected Bog to turn out.
Yeah, I expected this, but with people that had range mechs to shoot at each other.
Well, this is what OMC did to us in Battle for Midway. That ambush. That monumental ambush. And I'm sitting there in Spectator going, oh, to be a fly on the wall. Because poor ass Mindworms just walked straight into it and gone, where are they? And then he's eaten 4 Gorse and half a dozen SRMs. I think Towie's identified the sniper location, and JGX has spotted him. They're both looking in his direction. Pasha's just doing some of that throttle rolling. Make himself a harder target.
Ooh. Not much damage, but...
No.
He's smoking, but...
That would have fucking scared the hell out of him. It's never a good feeling when your fucking copper gorse round when you think you're in cover.
Ah, he got him in the arm, so
Yeah, really rattles a pirate. Really rattles a pilot. It's never a sound you want to hear, especially if you look up your health bar.
drop commander be yelling at him. What are you doing?
Got shot. Now that's not necessarily great for Towie. All his lasers are in that arm. That's the IIC variant. So as you can see here on my copy, he's very close to losing 3 of his guns. Alright, so we've got 6 minutes past now, or sorry, we've got 5 minutes past on the clock now. Both teams steadfastly refusing to engage. 228 because they don't want JGX to get free Gorse damage onto them coming into the brawl, and JGX likely because they have that Gorse sniper, and that would mean 7v8 in the brawl. But at this point, go on.
228 could sneak up around him if they did a sneakily, go in the bad position of underneath.
Yeah, well, JGX does not have any recon into that downside, do they? No.
The problem is they can't see this, only we can.
Yeah.
Like, they could get right up around them. Oh.
It's possible if they use this far ramp over a couple of grid squares from... There's a giant ass rock that blocks Pasha's view almost pretty much till 228 are right on top of the unit. And Mech Warrior's decided he wants to try and make this jump, and he's messed it up. He has missed that, taking a bit of leg damage. That's not going to bother him. He's going to try again. He's just going to try and do some forward recon on that further hill. What often happens in, what's the word for this, in less coordinated teams, you get 1 or 2 mech warriors who decide they want to be a bit impatient and they just peek just a little bit too far, and they end up taking a fuckload of damage, or they get killed, which really upsets the game balance.
Yeah, I think if you're too much injured to push, you're kind of stuck. Firing their lasers in the air now to get some...
Try and get
some bait them out.
228 can't see it though, so it is a wasted gesture. Towie is still waiting over to the right, so I have a feeling they put him over there, not to have a peek, but to check seismic to see if JGX was pushing that flank. Which
I reckon JGX will soon move in.
Well, 228 obviously doesn't expect them to come in the left, in that low alleyway. The
here.
death pit.
Oh,
2-2. Yeah, I see it. JGX has started to move. And they are moving in that direction. 2 max? 2 max. That 3M's got ECM. It's just the Griffin. They might be trying a feint. We'll see how good Towie is at radio communications. So he's going to see that seismic sensor pop up at 250 meters.
The thing is, if they leave it long, I reckon JGX has more of a chance of getting 1 kill than 228. Where I reckon 228 strength would be into, killing them.
Yes, 228 is a whole kill or no kill team, if you like.
Yeah.
Hopper's getting very close to seismic sensor, and Towie's not moving, so Hopper has no idea that he's there, other than a suspicion from his DC. So pretty soon they're going to start seeing seismic sensors, one or the other.
He's pulling back.
He's gone back. He didn't like something. He's set up now in an ambush position. He must have been hoping to set off seismic and then squirrel.
Oh, awesome. Apparently they can't hear me on...
Oh, really? God damn it, we're just not having much luck with this, are we? Fucking gremlins.
I wonder if that will fix it up. We'll find out in 5 minutes time when it comes on chat.
Yeah. Macquarie managed to get up on top of his point. I think that is medium lasers, and I'll check right now.
I'm pretty sure he had smalls.
He does have smalls, you are right. We're just past the 6-minute mark, and neither team showing... JGX is probably showing more of What's the word?
There they
Itchy
go.
trigger finger. Here we
comes
go. Here's the
JGX.
team movement. There's the stack. There's the team movement. Now they're going to flank right, and if Towie's not careful, he doesn't run as soon as he sees these seismics. He is going to be in for a world of hurt. But they left one behind. They left... Pasha's left behind as the Gore sniper to pick off some poor bastard who sticks his head up out of cover. So I have the seismics any second. He's dumped his UAV and he's GTFOing.
Yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah,
oh, he's going back. He's going back.
He's trying to get
away.
Oh, okay. He must be trying to get some early shots. He must think he's out of danger up there. And he might be right. I don't think JGX they're going to try and jump up. It's how he thinks he can evade them because they'll have to come up the ramp, and JGX can jump. Most of that deck can jump.
They're pulling him around into Pasha's view. Look, they're just firing up there for no reason, trying to get him to push in. Very, very smart.
There's a UAV there as well.
As soon as it comes around the corner, guaranteed Pasha will shoot.
Yeah, Pasha's just going to blow a hole through the first mech that steps up there. But he has moved. No, Pasha's moved up.
Oh, okay.
He's back behind the line. Another UAV down. They still don't seem too eager to engage. 228, really their strength in that brawl deck is... and it's 8 Gorse round. Shinobi, the two Jenners are going to wrap.
Yep, 228 are falling back.
They've seen the seismics. Jay-Z going around. He's taking Kag with him. 228 getting a bit jumpy. UAV's just open season on UAVs at the minute.
The bright side is the UAVs are awesome.
I really think if 228 just pressed the W key and pushed them right now, they would win. Here goes. Blunt got
really
shit kicked out of them now.
Yeah, that was extremely bad push in.
That was... No, it's... Oh, here we go. So the brawl's now joined. Looks like some better focus fire from 228. Tip Rat's gone. Jay-Z's about to buy it too, right there.
Oh, 228. Oh, 2 all each now.
Yeah.
2.5. The brawl will finish before the time's up.
Sneaky's hurt. So is John. I think John will go down before Sneaky will. There we go.
And another game to JGX.
Yep. That will be the finding. I think we'll reach in a couple of minutes. There it is. Minutes, I should say seconds. It's an 8-2 to JGX. Just really just better coordination there. I really think at that moment when they were peaking the hill, I think if 228 had pushed, they really had a good chance of beating that. But the late push was not timed well at all. And they let themselves... Blunt got messed up before the fight even began, which did not help.
Yeah, it gave away their push. They knew that they were about to push into him.
And he took a fuckload of damage. 44% damage before the fight had even begun. And I think if they'd all been at full health, 8v7 in the brawl, and they probably would have stood a good chance.
Yeah, yep.
And nevertheless, that is how the cookie crumbles. And I probably feel a bit better now that I'm not playing, because I'm not getting my asshole whooped.
Never fun losing a game?
It's never a good feeling when you lose a comp drop. I'd honestly love to know how like professional sports stars and that do it.
Yeah, especially with the whole world watching them.
With the pressure really on, it's never a good feeling to lose. And it's even worse if there's nothing better you could have done, if you were just outplayed. So this next drop is drop 3, Tourmaline. This is the Victor drop.
I hate the Victor. Worst mech in the game, I reckon.
It's certainly no longer in its heyday. We've come a long way from PPC Gauss Rifle Pop-Tarts.
Just give me a second. I'm going to listen to the
Yep.
stream to see what's going on.
Just in a reformation period now. JGX is either mech labbing and they're changing out pilots, and 228 appears to be doing the same. So I'm going to take the moment to get a drink as well.
Okay, it should be all working now, hopefully. Okay, so the next game we have drop 3. Starting off full conquest, 1 victor, 3 mediums, 4 heavies, no strikes allowed, and of course no duplicates.
And I'm back from my quick refresh while the teams appear to be doing the same.
I reckon this map we fought at range.
Almost certainly. I mean, we've seen some surprises. Neither of us were expecting JGX to bring Heavy Brawl last drop. And I'm wondering...
Yeah, I think I put out 228 as well. If they'd known that, I mean, they might have done something a bit different.
They certainly dug into hard cover, but that's going to happen when you can't see the enemy drop decks. All you know is you're taking Gorse rounds. Someone in the Lance says, oh, I'm eating Gorse, and it's a natural call to then presume that most of the enemy team is fielding Gorse.
Yeah.
It really did stop 228 in their tracks and basically sat them down. And after that, it was JGX's fight to control. They decided when and where the brawl was going to happen, which is exactly the opposite of what 228 needed. Our Conquest opens up interesting options that don't involve staying and fighting. All it takes is for you to have 1 assault left and for them to have 1 medium, and he'll just outrun you and cap the points all day. So Conquest...
Yeah.
Go.
I don't think this game will be ended in the point spot. I reckon
it will be killed, but points do play a factor, as I learned in B4M, where the Conquest points can just add a bit of pressure to the defending team.
Yeah, that's one of the strategies we used to cap Theta to get to pull out the team. As soon as they realised the mech was on Theta, they ran in and tried to kill him. Lost that mech, but then of course they were all their mechs were open to the firing line.
Yep, and they just ate Gorse from memory. I watched that match.
Yeah,
that was a disaster. Actually, I have that one streamed. I might rewatch that. In horror.
Just don't watch how bad my shots were in that game. Oh.
That's okay. We've all got something to be embarrassed about. I expect you will be right. I mean, we've been wrong before so far, but JGX would be a bit daft to bring Brawl when their game is ranged and this is a ranged map. I think, but hey, I've been surprised before. And 228, if they have any desire to keep this series alive, this is a must-win for them. So, any bets on who will be driving the 85-ton trash bin? Or is it Victor 90? It's 90, isn't it?
Not 100% sure.
Let's have a look at Smurfy.
I reckon it'll be the hero. People will be running the hero.
The Dragon Slayer? Yeah, I think you'll probably be
yeah.
right. So who do you reckon's driving it?
Maybe Pasha for that team, and whoever the whale of 228 is, or
the whale. Hate Priest doesn't play. Oh no, Hate Priest does play.
I'm saying Pasha or Thald because they like that kind of play. So
Dragon Slayer the Victor is 80 ton. Really? Oh,
yep.
Okay. There we go. No wonder it's in a garbage place. It's the same problem as the Awesome.
I think the problem with the Awesome is how big and wide it is.
Yeah, it's fucking billboard. Yeah, well, when decals come out, I think I might start charging for advertising. Think of the ratings.
So how do you reckon this one will go? Who do you reckon's going to win this one?
Good question.
Thinking that you're not part of 228 right now.
Yeah, honestly, JGX plays a way better brawl game than 228. That's just their strength is really in that medium to long range, 400 to 600 meter range band, controlling the range, and just the pinpoint accuracy is just phenomenal. It's like nothing I've ever seen. If you're playing a match and your CT armor's just disappeared despite being at full twist, I've got a good bet who pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
And 228, really, their strength in the brawl. And you can't brawl if the enemy keeps you at range.
Do you reckon the 228 will try to cap?
I think they will. I think they'll cap to apply pressure to try and split JGX up.
I reckon JGX, if that, will probably just go for one cap point, kill him, death ball it kind of thing.
Yeah, they will definitely try. They'll probably either ignore the caps outright or pretty much only take caps right prior to a brawl.
Oh, I hate when I accidentally push that button. Ping for everyone, yay.
Okay. Blue team, JGX, red team, 228 again. Alright, 228 brought 2 Gauls Ebons straight off the bat.
And shitload of medium lasers and large lasers.
Yep, and the Victor looks to be 3 ER large laser fit. And they went straight to E4 and have engaged.
Yep, engage. It's already started.
This guy got started quickly. Alright, so both teams' Victors are in the same zone. Killing the Victor is the objective.
Yeah. 228 have to be very careful here. They got 4 mechs all by themselves.
Yep. And they got to be really careful they don't pick this hill.
Yeah.
So they sent 1 lance to cap and 1 lance to engage.
As soon as they realise they're on cap, I reckon they might push in a bit.
Here we go. Sneaky's trying to get some shots. It looks like they're just pushing through. They haven't really capped it. I haven't capped it. They were just passing through. I think that might have been a mistake. It would have been better for them to grab Theta, just as a bit of pressure.
They can always fall back. Here you go. JGX are moving to the left of the...
They're going to try and wrap left. They're trying to negate the cover Castle gives. Kag's caught out. He's stuck on terrain. He's really struggling there.
Yep.
Victor really hurt, and he's having trouble getting out of there. Oh, JZ just took a massive hit.
Just lost a torso, yep.
He's really hurt now.
Then 228 are going to push in and try to brawl them to death.
Saul's going to die here to Stony. Hairball's gotten in trouble there.
228, look how spread out they are, but...
They are really not focusing fire there.
Yeah. They've forgotten how to play the 228 way, it looks like.
Just what's
They're just opening
going
up
wrong,
their backs
guys.
to the Gorth. Look at that, just opening up their backs to the Gorth.
This is what happens when I get injured. I stop playing. Apparently it falls apart. And they focused Jay-Z there. Good just there. No, just that was... That's not the
JGX
performance we
don't have
expect.
any pressure on them at all at the moment.
No, and it's over, I would suspect. Thune's still alive, but not for long. He might get Arctic Fots. There we go. They might still have a chance in the brawl. It's 4v4.
JGX does have
There we go, that's it.
Yep.
Both Romani makes a hurt, and that was the end of that story. Not exactly how I expected that game to play out.
Yeah, nor did I.
228 really went for the brawl there. That turned into a clusterfuck of monumental proportions before we even realised what was happening.
Yeah, just when 228 pushed in, they didn't focus fire and they spread out. And
the damage numbers tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, and just got shot in the back the whole time.
Just thread out there. I'm not sure what happened. Like, it really looks like there was failure of communication there. 3max went to the right, 3max went to the left, and God knows what happened there. So drop 3 goes to JGX.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like 228 have forgotten how to play kind of thing. They're not twisting, they're not calling targets, well, from what we can see. Do they have a new team or new players? Or
there's a couple of new players. I'm one of them. I only joined 228 just at the end of last year. A couple of our newer guys are in this team. Hairball, Towie, Stoney's one of the new ones. I came from him. We used to be TPL, and we both he came over here and I basically followed him. So the team's relatively new, I'll say. They've got 1 or 2 competitions under their belt. Jay-Z, phenomenal player. So is Kag. They're all players of class, but I think experience in just the different play styles at competition level. And that's only going to, like, both teams are only ever going to get better with time. And it's a huge step up from standard pug queue, group queue games to this sort of high intensity comp group. One mistake can cost a whole team the match.
It would be interesting if, because I know JGX has a lot of players from other teams as well that help play with them a lot. Be interesting to see what happens with the official comp and if they do limit team members to one team only.
If you're only fighting for your unit.
Yeah, or unit, or one team you can join in per. You can't play in Australia, you can't play in Euro, you can't play in NA.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what team they field and.
Yeah, the World Championships have got a lot of people, including myself. That prompted my change over to a more competitive focused team, 228 Wild Ones.
Yep.
Definitely a lot of hype whenever anyone says, "Oh, here's a game that you play, that you've played for a while. Oh, and we're going to put up a huge prize tag for it as well." People start to stir and they go, "You know what? Maybe, just maybe."
Yeah, JGX probably definitely the favourites in the AP area for that competition, depending on what team they get and who plays with them.
I mean, we are like this was always going to be the big one, and we were thinking, oh, really? On the first drop, they weren't going to leave it to have some build up. We're just going to have the big grand finale in the first match. But whenever these two teams come together, it's a powerhouse. Everyone from 228 TS, I can't play a whole lot with my arm, but whenever I'm able to get into the training and do some recording, everyone's really hyped up about it. We were really looking forward to this fight, and so far, I mean, aside from that last drop, it's been really good competition.
Yep, so we've got drop 4 now. Conquest again, full conquest. 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults. Arties and airstrikes are allowed.
Now online.
I pretty much guarantee that this game won't be won on Conquest. The map's too small.
It is way too small. This is going to be...
They jumped down a feeder. They've wasted a mech kind of thing.
Yeah, so. This is going to be an in-your-face monster brawl. It's going to happen... I would put my money on a dropship fight for this one. B4 is a very good place to fight over, but I don't think you'll see JGX go there. They know
I,
228 strength is in that town.
I reckon what's going to happen if 228 get on the upper hill side, they'll try to push over the dropship, and JGX will be there waiting for them.
They'll probably have a fire line set up. So JGX
Yep.
could be medium range to receive the push, or they could become two freight trains just plowing into each other at the saddle. We'll see.
I'm going JGX medium to SRMs, and sorry, no, 228 mediums and SRMs, and JGX Gorse and mediums.
Yep. I think this is 228's best chance for victory. I think this is the map that is like this map's 228 written all over it. It's close range. It's cold. It's super brawly. It's got their names written all over it. I think if they're only going to win one drop, this game, which unfortunately could be a possibility, I think this will be the drop.
If they push over the ridge, I reckon they've lost it. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I'm going with.
If JGX is set up to receive the push and they're smart enough to know that's a possibility, they could be in some serious trouble.
Pretty sure they can pretty much guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with probably 228 playstyle. They can be pretty predictive.
Straight up predictable.
Yeah.
Like, it is going to be full on W key.
Yeah.
Lots of SRMs. And a team that really from something I never realized until it's pointed out, and it's always like that, is a team that seems to be very easily shaken. And I mean, we've got a lot of new blood. Whenever something doesn't go quite right, it stacks, and it's with that push. Blunt got a whole shot through him, and that stalled that whole right flank push, which pretty much cost them the round. You what? So if I'm not around tomorrow when this video goes live, Jay-Z probably executed me.
They're ready to drop.
There we are, green across the board. Here comes drop 4, and this is going to be. There are going to be strikes left, right, and center.
Yep. Still going with JGX to push, JGX to lose.
Yep.
They're playing a different game, but like,
I was not.
Their comfort zone.
This is not what I expected. I expected JGX to play to their strength. You always think, if you're going into a serious comp match, you play to what you're good at, and obviously that's 228s. We can range, we can medium range, but we're just better as brawlers, and that's just the way 228 is developed as a unit. But for JGX to go full brawl, they're confident enough in their abilities to go, we can take 228 in their best form, which is the brawl. We won't need the minimap for this one. You can see the spawn points from orbit.
Yep, other side. This will be interesting.
Alright, so 228 Atlas, Timber, Jenna, Oxide, ISC, Black Knight, Griffin, and Banshee.
228 are going the lower ground, which is quite interesting.
They're going B4. I guess they don't want to go the dropship. They have decided to go, presumably, to eliminate JGX's ability to really set up an effective firing line. There is not tactical heal's really the only place, and it's got mixed lines.
It's good to see the Atlas back in comp games. It's been missing for about 2 years.
It's a fucking beautiful sight to see as an Atlas pilot. It is. God, I love the Atlas.
Remember back in the old last man standing competitions, you had the Atlas and you just sit in the wall for like 8 minutes waiting for the range people to finish, and then you run in and try to kill everyone. And the brawl started.
Yeah, here we go. They've 228's trying to take tactical. Oh, Haebel's overcommitted, I think.
Yeah, their assaults are still far back, so they've got to be very careful here. The direwolf just looking at them.
If JGX pushes now, Haebel is in a load of hurt.
Yeah. JGX just have better firing lines at the moment.
Here we go.
In front.
That's the push.
Atlas is just, look at that, taking all that
There
damage.
we go. He's just there to tank. They got Saul, but I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah, their assaults need to start moving in more. Their mediums and lights are pushing in too far. They're not getting lines.
Cag's going to get killed here. I'm not sure if his damage exhaustion's been worth it. Boy, he can tank in that thing.
The lights are just running mayhem. JGX, that is.
Yeah, here we go. We've got
JGX
4
are
to
losing
2.
a lot of mechs.
They are
Yeah,
taking a lot of damage. It looks like 228 went medium range assaults. Black Knight, Banshee,
Yep.
and they've just been firing into the line like crazy.
JGX are pulling back.
4-5,
won this
yeah.
game. Oh, that Raven kind of stuffed up. He's not dead. Oh, yep. Good work. 2-8.
It's still on the balance, I think. Those two lights are both. Thune's hurt, so is Towie. JGX is good enough that 228 will not be taking any chances. There goes Rabbit.
Yeah,
Now
I'm pretty
it's
sure
finished.
Yeah.
And yeah, there we go. Change up
was
from...
actually-
That was a very interesting tactic. To just put those assaults up in the back hill, that Black Knight and that Banshee, just fitted with nothing but LPLs, just firing into the brawl. That's definitely...
I thought JGX had the better advantage then, but yeah.
They 228 really took a page from JGX there to focus mechs in the brawl and then just snipe them from the back line.
The Banshee staying back, which I'm pretty well like 80% fresh.
700
yeah.
damage from JZ there with 4 kills in the back. Yeah, JGX must have been expecting to receive the armpit push, and they did not get that.
I think a few of their mechs got stuck in that trench, couldn't fire up.
Yeah, I thought 228's approach was a bit awkward. I thought they might be in some serious trouble, but
they did have a faster drop check.
They were, and they pushed in. They did not fuck about. They controlled the range of the battle. They went to JGX and they said, "You're going to fight us here. You're going to fight us now in that pit while we own Tactical Hill, and we can shoot down on you. And you're stuck in the buildings." And really, that's what 228's needed to do. Pretty much the whole game is tell JGX how to play.
Yeah. So drop 5 now, which is the heavy
heavy drop.
So 4 assaults, 2 heavies and 2 lights. It'll be interesting to see if the lights are short range or extremely long range.
I think the cap game's an option on this. With the fight around Caldera being really the only major cover, I think there'll be a bit of cap to play in this.
It's on Caustic Air.
Yeah,
I reckon the team that pushes into the middle is going to lose.
Yeah, well, it's so hot in the center. I mean, you can take it and hold it as long as you can keep the enemy out.
Yeah, well, JGX might be a bit different because they're probably running dual Gorse on everything.
Yeah. It really does depend on the drop decks as to where these teams are going to go. If it's always an odd one when you remove LRMs from the equation in the comp scenario. It's always a bit interesting because this map, because we play so much practice in it, because we play so many games in Caustic, and we think, oh yeah, they're going to NASCAR us hardcore, and it just doesn't happen in the comp games. Obviously, the coordination helps there.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem for Asian Pacific teams is we have no real comp scene, very, very light, and when we play pugs, people are just retards and they do the worst things possible. You know, and we have no real other teams that we come up against. And then if you do, it's like you're a 4-man coming up against a 12-man. They've got no tons. You can have 3 assaults, 1 light. So it's a bit hard at the moment, I reckon.
And nothing fucks your skills up like ruffle stumping pugs all day. Nothing cripples your skills faster. It looks like 228 want to split their lances, if I'm seeing that right. They've got 3 in A, 3 in B, and 2 in Charlie. I would imagine Mindworm and Stony are going to be the lights there. No, alright, I stand thoroughly corrected. They're rearranging now. That'll teach me for opening my mouth early.
Thought they were going to go for the conquest then.
That's what I thought too. I mean, I think 228 will take a win, however they can get it. We are definitely not noble mercenaries. We will win by any means necessary. within the rules, of course. It depends on whether or not 228 thinks their lights can beat JGX's lights.
I reckon JGX, Juju. Who's the light pilots?
I've seen Juju in a couple of lights. I'm not sure who their dedicateds are. I mean, they are really good players. They pretty much shine in every class. I don't think I could tell you off the bat who specializes in what. Maybe when I do some more shoutcasting.
That's probably a problem. That's probably a problem that you find, you know.
And a lot of that comes down to experiences as well. I mean, we've all seen how quickly Jay-Z gets focused. He just gets fucking neutered. And, I mean, we know that JGX is a very strong team, and they're a team full of elite pilots. But then you come down to who do you shoot first?
I don't think you... Yeah, if you start going for the good players, you'll end up losing because you're opening yourself up to more angles.
Yeah, you just get your
I think you really need to hit the mech that's presenting itself.
Yeah, you need to focus, whoever's been called as primary target, whoever's the biggest threat. And I mean,
I've noticed one thing, like a lot of the JGX pilot, they seem to run the same builds or mechs throughout the entire game, so they build to a one mech thing.
Yeah.
Where the 228 guys, they swap and change.
Yeah, we build mechs to a map. To a map and to a theory rather than to a specialization. Rather to this mech may not be as good as the mech we're taking, but they've got more hours in it. They've simply practiced. They've played more with that mech. And yeah, experience. Experience is the key. Same with any sports. And ultimately that's what this is it is a sport. Esports. You know they say esports stars, their pay will reach parity this year with real sports stars.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing, eh?
Kind of, yeah, you tell me that 10 years ago and I would have laughed in your fucking face.
People don't even know what it is still.
Yeah.
You can get paid to play video games?
Yeah, what? I think a lot of people... Go on.
It's amazing when you listen to a few of the interviews that the esports guys do and how much time and effort and what they actually do put in to become a champion. Yeah, it's not a small commitment. They train like 18 hours a day kind of thing.
It's like people don't realize, like people think, oh, you play esports, you play video games. Yeah, how's that going for you? And people don't realize just how much time and effort and pattern recognition and all this stuff you've got to learn going into a game. Like it must have taken me a year till I started recognizing not just mech chassis, but mech identifiers like S Atlas, DDC Atlas, and knowing what that mech can bring to a fight and how that'll affect your fight. All this stuff you could think about, flash of a second while you're being shot at, while managing a heat.
Does it have an XL, kind of stuff like that?
Do I need to run away? Do I need to stand and fight? Where's my team? Why can't I move?
So if JGX win this one, my prediction would be correct.
Yep, and if
here it goes.
228 win this one, I'll have been right, so who knows? No, mine will have been wrong because I backed 228 to win. My scores will be right. I'll be 50% right. Look at me trying to change my fucking opinion on tape.
It'll be interesting. Do you like this new map? I prefer the older one, I reckon.
I
think they went a
think
bit overboard on this one.
I think this map. My personal gripe is the day-night cycle.
I don't mind that too much. It's just the pebbles and the little pipes that you get stuck on in Assault and you can't see.
I've actually had a couple of times because the map doesn't look anything like I'm used to, but the map sort of looks similar. I'll just be marching, and before I know it, I've marched up the D3 hill into enemy territory, and I haven't even realized it because I still think I'm on my side of the fucking Caldera.
It would be kind of awesome if the dropships came in randomly, like had 10 different areas that could drop.
Well, that's how it is in Polar Highlands. There's 3 different spawns, and the game picks one of the 3 spawn zones at random to dump all 3 dropships in. It's not big, but it is quite interesting. Alright, so 228, Direwolf, Atlas, 2 Maulers.
Oh, Juju Shinobi's already dead. What's going on? They're killing
Uh,
each other.
why are they must be, we can't see the chat, there must be a mulligan.
Ah, okay. Gonna say, how did Juju die so early?
Yeah, we obviously can't see the chat in Spectator Cam, that's a limitation of the software, but for that to have happened, a mulligan must have been called. It's in the wrong mode, it's in skirmish.
Ah, okay.
That's why.
Oh, Jopper. He's the king of JGX.
I'm thinking, what? How? How's he bottom blown up?
Yeah, here he comes. He comes in the
In a fight
Who
with...
was the drop commander? Who fucked up?
I think because JGX has been changing their team all the time, the lobby commander keeps changing, and obviously every time you do that. So it's going to be Towie at 54% versus G-Hopper at 92%, and they're both in Maulers.
Something tells me that G-Hopper was a bit of a kill stealer then. Hide behind cover while his teammate did all the damage.
Oh, there we go. He's trying to blow himself up, so Towie will be victorious.
Are you dropping strikes on himself?
Oh, Towie, what are you doing? You could have won that.
He's trying to run out of bounds.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to cook it too because he just had those fucking triggers pulled down. Yeah, it was a mulligan because they were in the wrong mode.
How did some people get a match score?
Spotting the enemy? Question mark?
There you go, G-Hopper won. JGX win 5-4.
JGX win 4-1. Alright, so now that we're in the proper mode. Now this would be interesting. I wonder if the teams will change their drop deck. It doesn't look like it. JGX ready to stop straight away. And obviously at the end of game screen, both teams can see what the enemy team brought. I can see what mechs, what chassis they were running.
Dawn. Not night time.
Both teams having a laugh. We got green across the board and we're about to get the final drop underway correctly this time. Oh no, Kagura ruined it.
Juju for the win, apparently.
And I mean, JGX and 228 are a fantastic group of players to watch. Whenever these two teams clash, it's going to be a good fight. You know it's going to be a good fight. With the exception of that third drop, that was a disaster, no doubt about that.
The problem is that even apart from the third drop, even the other drops, they haven't really been close.
No. No, they have not, which is unfortunate. But it is the worst. 228 obviously has work to do. If we are going to be, if we/they are going to really put up more of a fight.
Okay, so now we know what everyone's got. Dakar and Gorse and...
Dakar and Gorse.
Who you reckon's going to win?
JGX brought 2 dire whales to counter a bunch of maulers. Let's see where they go and I'll make my call based off where everyone's going. I think 228's going to take Caldera. I think they'll get there quicker. They're much quicker than JGX's direwolf field.
JGX are going around right.
They're going to Epsilon to cap as a team.
Wish camo actually played a part in the game.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I find it does sometimes. Sometimes I won't see a mech. I found, especially during long range fights on Alpine Peaks, if you've got a mech that's painted brown/black, and you're standing in front of the rocks of the mountains, you can silhouette in real nice. So sometimes I know whenever I'm building a drop deck, I will say bring these camo, and in my mind it works.
JGX not even capping. They don't want to give away a hint of where they are.
No, although the two lights are in advance, I'm wondering if they're there to cap or they're just there to hunt down the other lights. So 228.
Maybe eyes on the team.
Yeah, 228 will be happy to pretty much sit and wait it out.
Just from past games, I expect JGX to believe that 228 will camp the center.
Yep. And I would expect, I would hope, really hope that Jay-Z's got a plan for this. He always does. Jay-Z's in a Jenna? Huh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. We all know how hard it can be to drop call in a light.
Yeah, JGX moving.
And he's about to run straight the fuck into them.
Oh, look at this. No, he turned away. Oh.
Oh, okay. Why did
they pulled away?
I thought for sure Jay-Z was going to die there. There we see strikes. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful strikes.
Look at all the UAVs up.
Oh my god.
I reckon JGX does have the better position, but it comes down to cap. Pretty interesting to see if JZ pulls away one of the lights and goes cap the other two bases.
I don't believe Jay-Z should be standing there. He is in real danger of getting slaughtered. I cannot believe JGX did not push that. I mean, mind you, we obviously can see more than they can. I thought for sure Jay-Z was a dead man.
Probably because they didn't see where the rest of the team was. They didn't want to go around the corner and die.
Afraid of being slaughtered. So they're just trying to get some... That hurt Dalgor much more than it hurt anyone on 228.
Yeah, down to 90%.
Two to 8 winning the early trades right now. Well, for now, I should say. Tiprat and Juju trying to get some shots into Theta, free damage, while their lights are being chased away. Mindworm and Jay are split up again. I think Mindworm's now running back. No, the lights are now engaged in the brawl. Tiprat, the primary target here.
Be interesting to see if who can get their firing lines onto the lights quicker.
JGX has already got it and 228's nowhere near them. If 228 doesn't pull out here, they could be in trouble. They want to get Tiprat. Tiprat's legged. They're disengaging.
Yep. Yeah,
there we go.
Won the light fight there.
And Juju will have to pull away or he's just going to hand them a kill. And JGX not able to stop those lights with that firing line there, which I was really not expecting. Mika taking a fair bit of damage. He's down to 84. I really think he should move positions. He's obviously losing his trades there. They're just waiting for him. Pasha trying to take the initiative in that dire whale. Obviously he doesn't give a damn. He thinks he can take the initiative there.
It'd be very interesting what happens.
JGX is... They've got to make a move soon.
Two lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got two lights. They can easily win. Here comes JGX.
They're going to try and make the push. We've got one light run red light, 228 light at Gamma. And we've got Jay-Z searching. Yeah. Oh, here comes another strike. Kag lost an arm because of that, but there's nothing in that Mauler's arm. It is the 6.5s or it is the 4 UACs. It's the UACs.
My call is if JGX hasn't killed 2 more mechs by the cap equals 500, 228 will.
That strike was really well placed though. 228 really running out of cover here. That King Crab's just got 3 shots.
Yeah, look at that. They're all piled in one spot. The Atlas is taking damage. It's like lost an arm. And, you know, the short range mech.
They're pinned in there. They just can't move. Mika's in trouble.
There we go.
They're boxed in on each other. Anids is walking into Stony. The two can't move. Mika and Kag.
Like to run away and capping.
Yeah, that'll be their hope now. I think. I'm not sure Jay-Z in a light. He may not realise the dire state of things.
Their lights pushed in, trying to turn around mechs. Worked pretty well.
Stoney pushed out and died. I don't know why he pulled that off. Jay-Z rushing. I'm not sure what he's doing.
They probably forgot his conquest.
Oh, God.
Win's a win.
Oh, my God. I can't stand watching this. Jay-Z's hung up on terrain, and that'll be the end of him. That just cost him. Mindworm really has to disengage now. People will be yelling at him to run the fuck away. But it is too late. That was really going quite well for 228, and then they binned it.
Yeah.
That was their match to win, and they binned it. I feel like I've not got some nice words to relay to my group when I get back. That could be quite enlightening. That really was 228's game to win there.
Like the Atlas and Mauler. Atlas was, dead at range. Like it should have been in cover and hiding.
Just
they kind of all tried to hide around that one rock, and JGX brought out wide.
Stepped on each other.
Raped them.
Absolutely. Like that was. Oh my God, guys, what are you doing? Oh well. You are right. Your prediction was right. JGX wins round 1 of MRBC. 4-1.
Thank you for watching. Sorry about our audio and problems. We should have that fixed up for the next game.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have 228's problems fixed up too. Get some more exciting matches in.
I think we're playing 228 next week, so.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna rinse and repeat.
Feel free to fix nothing.
Feel free to drink a bunch of beer before the match. No, fascinating. Shoutcasting, really a lot of fun, especially with the co-commentator. It's just not as fun without someone to bounce off. I suppose I better get to editing. All right, mate. Thanks very much. Thanks to all your viewers as well who stopped by to watch the game. We hope this has given you a really good teaser of what MRBC has to offer, and we'll see you on the rest of the drops in this season.
No problem. Have a good night, and sorry about the problems we had.
Yeah, we'll have them fixed, and we'll see you around, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.